Oh man, this video is gonna be spicy because in this video, this one is gonna be good. So if you guys haven't checked out my Aero Rover is horrible video, I recommend you guys to check out that video and go to the comment section because there are actually some people who actually have a brain cell in that comment section, but there are also a lot, and when I say a lot of Kurobots in there who are coping, seething, and saying that, Faros, you don't know what you're talking about because Aero Rover, he is actually an amazing healer. He can heal very, very well, and his damage is also really, really good. So in this video, we're going to focus on not only debunking these horrible statements of people saying that Aero Rover is good because of the heals, I'm also going to prove to you guys that Aero Rover is just not a good unit. Pretty much showing you guys his kit and pretty much showing you guys the teams that he's only like the teams that he can only perform well in, and even if that team is good, it's not the best team for him. It's not the best team for Gion, right? So we're gonna go into more details because that's one thing that these core bots can't do, is they can't prove themselves. They speak with no evidence, they speak on nothing, they have nothing, like they speak with zero substance. That's the best way to put it. They speak with zero substance. It's only, hey man, stop talking about Rover, man. Leave my precious Rover alone. Let's go and get right into it. So we come over here on Windows, right? So we got Pride Wind. Now, a lot of you guys, I will say, when it comes to Pride Wind, man, some people, they feel a little sus about Pride Wind. Sometimes people disagree with them and sometimes people agree with them. But in this case over here, when it comes to Aero Rover, they are spitting facts. And this is what Pride Wind had to say for themselves. So it says Aero Rover added as a T3 support. As you guys can see, Aero Rover, we look at the tier list for Tower Adversity, he is currently in T3, the lowest tier in the tier list, the lowest tier. Now keep in mind, I said that Aero Rover is bad for now. That is a lot of things that these that's like the main thing these Kurobots glossed over. I said that he is bad for now. Maybe later on in the future he's going to be good, but as of to right now, he is dog shit, and that's just a fact. So you guys can see he is currently in T3 for Top Adversity, and then for Whimpering Waste, he's also in T3 as well. So let's come back up here and let's see what Pride Wind has to say about this, right? So this is what Pride Wind had to say. Aero Rover is a character who has some problems they can't really work around. First of all, they have a dedicated free-to-play accessible 5-star weapon with an amazing effect for them, and it drastically enhances their kit because it provides the whole team with arrow damage amplify. Here's the thing, it's locked at 10% amplify at R1 right now. So for his weapon, you cannot ascend it right now. It's stuck at R1, and for R1, you're only getting a 10% arrow damage bonus. All right, let me go ahead and repeat myself. You're only getting a 10% arrow damage bonus from this weapon. All right, so let's continue. And even when they get access to R5, it won't be that impressive compared to a Shorekeeper or a Varina in terms of buffing potential. Besides, it's exclusive to arrow teams, so aside from this niche GN option, they pretty much don't fit anywhere. So he's like, what they're saying is that the arrow weapon, the weapon for Aero Rover, it doesn't work in any other team because you're only amplifying arrow damage. So it's not a flexible weapon. You can't just put this weapon on Aero Rover and expect this weapon to work on any team comp. You have to use this with arrow characters because of that arrow damage bonus. And then we continue, it says some rapid fire issues include a lack of teams, a lack of buffing potential, a rotation much longer than the top supports, a lack of damage compared to other choices, fulfilling a role in a team support that's already too contested by meta options, a lack of access to their full kit because he's currently locked at S1 R1, taking away the possibility to use the crucial Spectral Rover and Havoc Rover, and a lack of being able to exploit their full kit. No one makes use of arrow erosion right now, and the only debuff applier we have outside of Rover is Confession Phoebe, who's infinitely better as a DPS. So not only do you have to use Phoebe to inflict Spectral Frazzle in order for Aero Rover to convert that Spectral Frazzle to arrow erosion, you're losing out on damage because you're putting Phoebe in that confession state. So you're essentially sacrificing a slot right? Let's say Mortefi, who provides a huge heavy attack damage bonus for Gion. Not only are you sacrificing that slot for Aero Rover and Phoebe, you are also sacrificing DPS Phoebe just so that she can inflict that spectral frazzle, so that he can inflict arrow erosion, just to give Gion a niche 10% arrow damage bonus, and I think a 15% damage bonus from the arrow set, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's not even that serious. So we continue. This isn't even mentioning their inconsistency problems. Against smaller enemies, they won't be able to hit their mid-air attacks all the time, which are crucial to their rotations and can mess you up completely if you don't hit them. No matter what changes happen to their synergies and damage buffing potential, this won't be helped. All in all, they land as a bottom tier character, but hopefully they find some use in the future when someone allows them to exploit their kit. You see, they said the same exact thing I said in the damn video. He's bad right now, but maybe in the future he's gonna be good. I said that shit word for word, but that's something that these Kurbots cannot understand. They want you to glaze these characters no matter what. If you say the character is dog shit, then you're just wrong. Even though you give them all the evidence to prove that the character isn't good, nah, you gotta glaze the character, man. So that is pretty much Pride1's explanation for Aero Rover as of to why he's in T3. Now here's another thing, guys. This goes back to Mortefi in the team comps. So when you take a look at his team, right, before we check out his team, let's take a look at Spectral Rover, right? These are pretty much the teams for Spectral Rover. You got Phoebe, Senwa, Mortefi, and Spectral Rover. Another team is Phoebe, Chungli, Spectral Rover, and in a triple Spectral team, it says Phoebe, Rover, and then the Shorekeeper, right? These are pretty much the teams you can use with a Spectral Rover, right? Now we continue. Another team when it comes to Havoc Rover. Now when it comes to Havoc Rover, I am using this character. You can literally use him as a main DPS unit with Ratchet and Shorekeeper, and you can also put him with a Senwa, Denjin, or Shorekeeper, or Verena, or you can run Havoc Rover, Contrella, and Shorekeeper. Or of course you can use Havoc Rover, Contrella, and Racha. Racha can be like your sub DPS unit, and then Contrella is like your pure support unit. There are so many teams you can put for Havoc Rover. But let's go and take a look at Aero Rover's team. Let's take a look at his team. This is literally the only team you can put him in. Realize how whenever people talk about Aero Rover, the only character they talk about is Gion. Before Aero Rover was released, we were all talking about Gion because that was like the only DPS unit that Aero Rover can actually benefit, because his weapon focuses on arrow damage bonus, arrow erosion, and the set focuses on amplifying arrow damage as well. So you guys can clearly see that when it comes to his teams, you don't really have a lot of options. This is the only thing you'll be able to run. You got Gion, Mortefi, and Rover. Now, if you guys don't notice here, Mortefi is pretty much like the specialist of this team. He's pretty much buffing Gion because of the heavy attack damage bonus. But notice how, without Phoebe, how the fuck are you going to inflict that arrow erosion? How are you going to inflict the arrow erosion? You can't. So you're pretty much missing out on that arrow erosion set that's going to give Gion that additional arrow damage bonus. So you're pretty much sticking with a rejuvenating glow, giving Gion that additional attack, and that's pretty much it. So the only thing that Gion is gaining from this, it says right here, Aero Rover amplifies Gion's arrow damage via their free signature weapon, Blood's Pact Pledge passive, and the healing they provide means they can effortlessly trigger the rejuvenating glow set effect for some extra attack and arrow damage thanks to their weapon. This makes the pair suitable, but unfortunately, they fall behind other support options like Verena and Shorekeeper. Like, it's literally that simple, guys. It's not that hard to understand. You can use this team, but at the same time, Shorekeeper, Verena, they're just better. They're better because for Gion, you run in with Mortefi, and then for Shorekeeper, you get that additional crit, get that additional damage, get that additional attack. Shorekeeper is just more valuable alongside with Verena. They're just more valuable. Sacrificing Shorekeeper and Verena just to get a 10% arrow damage bonus is just not worth it. It's not worth it whatsoever. And if you want to put Phoebe in this team, you would essentially have to take out Mortefi, right? You would have to take out Mortefi, who gives a huge 38% heavy attack damage damage bonus. You would have to sacrifice this to put in Phoebe, put her in confession state so that she can inflict that spectral frazzle, and then Aero Rover will convert that to air erosion, and boom, you'll be able to use that with Gion. But it's not even that good. And that's the thing that these dumbass Kurobas don't understand. They're like, oh my gosh, she provides good heals. My nigga, if you have all these other characters, and guys, it's actually crazy how this one buffoon came into my comment section saying that Baiji is inferior to Aero Rover. These Aero Rover glazers, I don't know where the fuck they came from, but these guys are glazing Aero Rover to the max. To say that this unit, a unit that literally provides a 50% all type damage deepen, is inferior to a character who can't even inflict aero erosion without Phoebe, who can't even inflict air erosion themselves. To say that this character is inferior to that is just pure delusion. It's absolute pure delusion. If I didn't have Shorekeeper or Verena, I would be more comfortable using Baiji because her outro skill is actually way better than Aero Rover's outro skill. You look at Aero Rover's outro skill, it says right here, upon hitting a target, increases the maximum stack of air erosion the target can receive by 3 for 10 seconds. You're not even getting a damage bonus from this. You're only increasing the maximum stack, and that's pretty much it. Meanwhile, for Baiji, she's giving you a 15% damage bonus, all type damage bonus for 6 seconds. And somebody seriously said that this is inferior to Aero Rover. Baiji is too clunky. Aero Rover is better. Fucking glazers, man. And you guys won't believe this, but I had this one person come into the comment. I'm gonna show you guys over here. This person replied under my community post. He said that he used to enjoy my content, but the moment I said that I don't like but the moment I said that Aero Rover is not good, that left a bad taste in his mouth. This is exactly what I'm talking about, man. It's like when it comes to these communities, like these people in a gacha community, it's like you're not allowed to state facts. You're not allowed to say that a character is not good. You have to glaze these characters in order for these people to like your content, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like if I see that a character is not good, if I see that a character is incomplete, I'm going to say that, right? I'm going to say that the character is incomplete because it is the truth. Aero Rover, as of to right now, is incomplete. You can sit here and say, well, the same thing happened to Spectral Rover and then they gave him Spectral Frazzle. Here's the thing. Spectral Rover, he can apply Spectral Frazzle. He doesn't need another character to convert that negative stats effect to Spectral Frazzle. He can inflict it himself. So those are two completely different things. Aero Rover, he needs another character in order for him to inflict aero erosion. Spectral Rover doesn't. That's the difference, right? And then when it comes to Havoc MC, Havoc Rover, he's just a good DPS unit. He's good. Since the jump, he's been good. All right. So I don't know where this coping is coming from. The fact that these people, they're not, it's like whenever I make a video talking about, you know, how good a character is in Wuthering Waves, for example, the Yang Yang video. Yes, the Yang Yang video. Perfect example. I made a video saying that, you know, I built this character. I made a video of me pretty much challenging myself to build Yang Yang to like use her as a DPS unit. No negativity. The comments were fine. People were chilling. But the moment I make a video of me saying, damn, bro, Aero Rover is not that good, guys. I would always recommend you to save your materials, save your resources for anniversary unit. The moment I said that, war. You're wrong, Faros. You're wrong. No. He's good. He's good. It's like, guys, come on, dude. We got to stop it with this toxic positivity, man. We got to stop it, bro. And once again, guys, I don't give a fuck if it's WoWa. I don't care if it's Genshin. I don't care if it's HSR. I don't care what game it is, man. If I see toxic positivity in the community, I'm going to call that shit out. Point blank, period. It's pretty obvious that there's definitely toxic positivity in the WoWa community. Like the fact that you guys are defending. You're defending a... Let's come back over here to the tier list. You guys are literally defending a T3 unit? He is T3. You're defending a T3 unit, bro. Like, I don't know what else to say. You're cooked. You're cooked. You are cooked if you are defending a T3 unit. Some of you guys don't take the Prime Wind tier list seriously, but let's be honest, guys. They were spitting facts with Aero Rover. They were spitting facts. He is incomplete right now. Sure, you can say, well, we're going to wait to see, you know, his S6, R5. Guys, when you look at his S6, when you look at his resonance chain. It's not even that crazy. He's just amplifying his damage and just giving heals to his allies for R2, and that's it. S2, and that's it. His weapon, maxed out, isn't even that crazy. Why are we defending this? Why are we doing whatever it takes to defend a character that is incomplete, guys? I don't understand. I don't get it. He is bad right now. He is bad. And if he ends up being good in the future, great. Awesome. But right now, he is dog shit. That is the whole point. He's fucking ass. Plain and simple. I don't know what else to say at this point. It's just that simple. When it comes to team comps, his team comps are very limited. You have to do a lot, like you have to sacrifice a lot of good characters just to put Aero Rover in a team with Gion. You have to sacrifice Verena, Shorekeeper, or Teffy just to put in Phoebe to inflict that aero erosion. Like you have to do so many things just to have a niche team, bro. This is his best team, and it's not even good. It's not even good compared to a Shorekeeper being in his team, bro. When you take a look at Gion, right? Take a look at his best teams. These are the best teams for Gion. You got more Teffy, Shorekeeper, and Verena. You also have Alto, Shorekeeper, and Verena. This is his best team. Do you guys see them put Aero Rover here? No, because they know that Aero Rover is not going to do much for Gion right now. He's not going to do much. And I had some dumbass come into my comment section saying, well, Cardathea's Aero. And? What does that prove? She's Aero, okay? What if she's a heavy attack unit? Guess what? You have to use her with more Teffy. And if for your support, you would either have to choose Shorekeeper, Verena, or guess what? Aero Rover or Baiji. Which one are you going to choose? If you say Aero Rover, you're delusional. What if she ends up being a basic attack unit? You would use Senwa. You guys see where I'm coming from, right? It's like, no matter how many units they release, how many DPS Aero units they release, as long as Shorekeeper is sitting right there, and Verena, and Baiji, why would I use Aero Rover when these characters are best in slot, and I also have these characters on my account? Sure, you can say, well, me personally, I don't have Shorekeeper, I don't have Verena, so, you know, Aero Rover would be nice. Sure, that's nice. You can say that, but if you have the opportunity to get these characters, why don't you get them? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have the opportunity to get them, get the character. And once you get these characters, trust and believe me, you're not really going to use Aero Rover that much. Sure, he's going to be, you might use him in TOA. All right, cool. But guys, once again, Aero Rover is a bad unit right now. He's just bad. Really, really bad, man. That's just the facts. So that's it, man. I'm going to end the video at that, bro. That's all I can say, man. Like, if you are still going to come here and say, well, he's not at S6, R5 yet, you know, you're jumping to conclusions. Oh my gosh, man. It's like at this point, these people literally live in the future, bro. They live in the future. They're currently in like version 2.8 and we're stuck in 2.2. I don't know, man. Like, it seems like they took a time machine and they went to 2.8 and they know what's going to happen. I don't fucking know. But it's just ridiculous to me how whenever you decide to state facts and say that a character isn't good, somehow that offends people, and you know, like, oh, I'm not gonna watch you anymore because you said the truth. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, if I'm gonna watch somebody and if they're saying the truth, I'm not gonna get mad at them for that. They're just saying the truth. Of course, if I don't like what they're saying, then that's cool, but at the same time, can I blame the person? Can I discredit them and say that they're, you know, hating or whatever? No, it's just the fucking truth, guys. The character isn't good. And this comment right here really shows why leaks are a double-edged sword in the gacha community. You know, leaks are sometimes good because it's useful for situations like the Castris, you know, global passive, but at the same time, it also skewed people's mindset in the gacha community, because now one of the main reasons why these people are, you know, so against me saying that, oh, Aero Rover is bad, is because they're saying, you know, Chacona, apparently there's speculation that he's going to be very good with Chacona, and I'm like, can you give me details on the kit, on Chacona's kit? And they're like, I don't know. It's like, so you're pretty much speaking with zero substance. You're just following the herd and following what this leak says. Like, she's not even in the game yet. Chacona isn't even in the game yet, and these people are already jumping to conclusions saying, well, since he's going to be good with Chacona, he's going to be a great character. Do we even know that, you know, the Chacona team is going to be like one of the best teams in the game? Do we know that Chacona is going to be a great character? Do we know if we need Chacona's weapon? Like, There are so many things you have to take into account before you decide if he's going to be useful or not. Just because you heard some speculation from some leaker or you heard speculation out of thin air doesn't mean that all of a sudden if somebody says that a character isn't good right now, then they're just being disingenuous and you should just discredit them for that. Like, you just completely disregard their take or disregard what they're saying, which is the truth. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. We're in version 2.2 and these people are literally in version 2.6 talking about how he's going to be great. Are we in version 2.6? Is Chacona even in game yet? Is Zani in game yet? Is Cardathea in game yet? No, they're not in game yet. So right now he's bad. He's bad right now. And apparently, according to this person, you know, if you post one video saying that a character is bad, you're doom posting. It's like, my goodness, dude. It's like, you can't even do anything anymore, bro. You post a video saying that a character isn't good, doom posting. It's like, my goodness, bro. And a good example here is in Genshin Impact when it comes to Electro and Dendro. So before Dendro release, Electro was good, but like with characters like Kachin was pretty dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Without Dendro, she wasn't really that good. So before Dendro release, nobody had the mindset that, oh, Kachin is an amazing unit. She's a god tier unit because of Dendro. Nobody knew about the Dendro reaction between Electro and Dendro. Nobody knew about that. Nobody knew about Aggravate. I forgot what it's called. Aggravate, something like that. But nobody knew that Dendro would buff Electro. We didn't know that. And it happened like 3 or 2 years later when Sumeru dropped. And that's the point I'm making. It's like, you guys need to stop living in future patches. Stop living in future patches. Just stop. The only time is necessary is when you have things like global passives. Like when they implement these, you know, systems into the game, they're like, okay, this can set a bad precedent for the game. So therefore, you know, what if they're going to implement stat boosts in future updates? That's the only time it's really relevant, and probably some other time, you know, future updates would be relevant. But as of right now, when it comes to you looking at a character, and if that character is not good right now, that's just the facts. It's the facts. The character is not good right now, bro. The character is not good right now, and that's what I'm saying. Am I saying that Aero Rover, he is permanently a garbage character? He is a bad unit? No, I'm saying that he's not a good unit right now. And you guys can go rewatch my other video, literally explain it word for word. I said by the end of the video, there's probably going to be another unit who's going to come in and make things, who's going to change everything for Aero Rover. Who fucking knows? But right now, he's just not a good unit. But that point just flew over their heads, and they're just fixated on the fact that I said he is not a good unit, which goes to show that these people are just operating in pure emotion. When you're watching a guide maker, the reason why you watch these guide makers is because you want to get information, and you want them to actually tell you accurate information. How would you feel if you watch a guide maker and they're telling you, all right, guys, this character is actually good, but the guide maker, they themselves are like, damn, this character is butt cheeks, but I don't want to say that because if I do, they're not going to like this video. How would you feel? You'll be like, dude, you're lying to us. You're spreading misinformation. The character is actually not that good. Like, if I sat here and said that Aero Rover is good, everybody go ahead and invest in Aero Rover. That is misinfo, bro. It's literally misinformation because he is factually bad right now. He's just not good. And me telling everybody to go invest in him right now, I am literally breaking your account, bro. I'm playing around. But me telling you to invest in his character is just a waste. That's why I said by the end of that video that you should I would rather save up for anniversary unit, save up all my materials to see who they're going to release in anniversary, which is a smart idea. I wouldn't dump all my materials, all my resources on Aero Rover, right, when I don't even have Phoebe. Just stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? I already have Shorekeeper, I already have Verena. Why the fuck should I dump all my materials on Aero Rover, you know, when I have better units, better support units? It's just a waste. So besides that, it's honestly ridiculous how you have these people who come out and say, you know, I'm gonna unsub for him. I'm gonna, like, honestly, I don't care if you unsub, by all means go ahead, I don't care. But it's really sad how, like, you unsub from somebody because they said that a character is bad. That's like me saying, hey man, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore because you said my Beyblade sucks. Like, are we children, man? Are we kids? Are we kids, man? Like, you're seriously getting mad because I said that Aero Rover is not good. That left a bad taste in my mouth because you said this character isn't good. That left a bad taste in my mouth because you said a fictional character isn't good. Holy shit, though. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I think there is a lot of children in these gotcha communities, bro. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I think there's a lot of kids, bro, because I would never expect a grown ass adult say something like that where you're mad because I said a character isn't good when it's actually backed up by facts. And the funny part is you asked that person agreed themselves. Let me see if I can actually find that comment. That person agreed themselves. It's like I don't even know what they were fucking arguing about. It's like they just don't like the fact that I said the character isn't good. Just weird, man. It's just weird, bro. Like you can't say a character is not good. You gotta glaze the character. Or when you glaze the character, they call you a shill. Glaze the character and the character's bad. You're spreading misinfo. Oh my gosh, dude, the gotcha community is a fucking mess. It's a mess, guys. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It is a fucking mess. If you like a character, you're a shill. If you like a character design, you're a shill. If you I don't know, if you like the way this female character looks, you're a goon. If you dislike a character, you're a hater. If you say that the character is bad, you're doing this for clicks. It's like, my fucking goodness, man. It's like at this point, if you are a content creator, just go ahead and turn on your fucking camera, sit in front of your camera like this, and don't say a fucking word. Just do this. Do that for 8 minutes straight and just end your video, and that's your money. That's the way now, guys. That's the new meta, bro. That's the new meta. Sit in front of your camera for 8 minutes straight. Don't say a fucking word and end the video right there, because it seems like whatever you do, it's either rage bait, clicks, shill, hater, gooning. What else is next? What else is next, guys? What else? But anyways, all I gotta say is, in this video, Aero Rover, right now, he's not good. Keyword, right now. Maybe later on in the future, he's gonna be good. We don't know. But as of right now, let's focus on what's happening in the present. He is not a good unit right now. He is incomplete, and that's just a fact. His weapon, you cannot ascend it. We don't even know if we can ascend his weapon in the future because it is a 5-star weapon. We don't know if Cruel Games is gonna let us max it out. We don't know. We can only speculate. So let's stick to what's going on right now in the present. And right now, he's just not a good unit. And it is what it is. If he ends up being good in the future, great. If not, it is what it is. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll be catch you guys on the next one. Adios.